Nah, at this point, if Wilbur doesn't respond, brother is absolutely cooked. There's no saving him after this if he doesn't come up with a response. Not only to this, but the first situation as well. And in case you guys missed it, please feel free to check out the previous video about this situation. So over the last few weeks, Wilbur was accused of doing some very weird, shady stuff, biting women as a 27-year-old man in front of people. And most of you already know this, but I just wanted to, bring that up again. We got a professional biter in the YouTube community. And yesterday, this dropped out of nowhere. This is coming from Alice. This seems to be an ex-girlfriend of Wilbur. And this tweet was posted less than 24 hours ago and already has 5 million views and 100,000 likes. Like, Wilbur has definitely seen this and he's aware of this. And I just want to put it out there for now, right? For legal reasons, because I don't want people to go full Saul Goodman on me and sue my ass. These are allegations for now. But we got a lot of stuff to cover, so let's just jump right into it. Alice says, these past few years have been difficult, but I finally feel safe enough to speak out about my experience with Wilbur. Yeah, I don't think out of respect, I'm not going to post anything. I don't think that should stand anymore. I think at this point, you either respond or you're cooked. I'm all for giving people the benefit of the doubt and giving them time to respond. But if you watch the OG Wilbur video, you know that it was bad. It was not a very good response. It's been over 10 days and still nothing. His original plan was, I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to show proof out of respect. And I think at this point, you got to start responding. Fuck respect. Like, brother, you are not doing yourself any favors by not responding and staying quiet. And like I said, it's extremely hard to defend someone who doesn't even care about defending themselves. It's like, why are people defending him if he's not even caring? He's like, well, yeah, who cares? And there's people defending him on Twitter and on YouTube. It's like, why are you defending someone so badly who doesn't care about proving his innocence? Like, even if the girl is lying, it's like, well, Wilbur is not responding, So it says, my experience with Wilbur, trigger warning, emotional abuse, domestic abuse, alcohol, and Jesus, dude. Yeah, if you don't respond, you're done. Hello, I'm Alice. I dated Wilbur back in 2019 and I want to speak out about my experience. I feel like I couldn't talk about this sooner because I was scared of his public influence and the potential backlash from fans. But now after hearing Shelby's story, seeing the support she's been shown and admiring her bravery, I finally feel safe to break my silence about our relationship. Back in 2019, at the beginning of the relationship, I was immediately shown a lot of affection, very reminiscent of love bombing, which is something that I've never heard of, but apparently it's when you shower, you throw a nuke of love at them and then you kind of like take it away. I've never heard of this term before. This is new to me. Love bombing is an attempt to influence another person with over-the-top displays of attention and affection. This kind of behavior is a form of emotional abuse, and although can be experienced during any stage of the relationship, it is often seen in the early stages of getting to know the person. So wow, I was not familiar with this, and this is the second time something like this has been brought up. And then I found this, and it says, love bombing signs: wanting to know everything about you right away, sharing their personal details too quickly, needing constant validation, intense declarations of love, pursuing you to commit, saying all the right things. Like I said, this is the second time he's been accused of this, which, looking a bit sus. That's why we need a response. We need to know the other side of the story. But when the other content creator, Wilbur, in this situation is like, I'm going to be the bigger person here, and out of respect, I'm not going to show anything. Yeah, that doesn't fly anymore. Dude, if you want a career, it's like you got to respond and clear everything up. I don't understand why he's doing this, why he's handling the situation that could have been explained and would have shut everyone up. Or would have been like, yeah, I'm never watching you because, you're a piece of shit. But nothing. So do I think his career is over? I think if he doesn't respond to this or the first one in the video form or in the tweet, actually, not even the tweet. Like at this point, he needs to make a video talking about it. A tweet would have been nice like 2 weeks ago. But at this point, you need a video showing proof that these women are lying or being like, yeah, I did it. But you got to tell us something or else public opinion is going to be like, yeah, you did it and you have no proof to back it up. But that's just my opinion. And I'm not saying she's lying or that this is invalid. I'm just There's always two sides to a story. That's something that everyone should be aware of and stand by. And, that's how everyone should be looking at things. But I guess Wilbur doesn't feel like sharing his other side of the story, which, that doesn't look too good on him. And she continues, one of his close friends at the time warned me in confidence to, and I quote, be careful, end quote, as if they've seen people get hurt in the past. But I believe he was good inside. After a month, the honeymoon period was over, and it was like I was dating a completely different person. I was told to keep our relationship private, but was framed in a way that implied that it was for my safety. As if it was one of my best interests to keep a secret despite my own feelings. I believe he enjoyed having control of the relationship. He was never encouraging towards me or any of my goals, and in the last few months, he made me feel extremely unlovable and unwanted. I had suffered with self-harm tendencies in 2019. He ignored the marks on my body and only took interest in retelling his own life struggles. I mean, if that's real, that's crazy. I just can't imagine like one of my girlfriends being suicidal and I'm like, can you please shut the fuck up and can we talk about my own struggles, please? Like, ego much over here? Oh, you're cutting yourself? Well, I've cut myself 3 times as much and I'm dead inside. So, it's real, but I just can't imagine. Like, if you do that, like, yeah, you're a pretty shitty person. And am I claiming to be the most perfect human being, the most morally correct person? No, absolutely not. But it's like if I had a girlfriend, right? Because I'm a YouTuber and YouTubers never date, they just grind and, they're going to be 50 and miserable. Sorry, I just had to kill for a second. Anyways, getting back to what I was saying. Like if I had a girlfriend and she was like, I'm struggling mentally and, I'm having suicidal thoughts, I will not in a million years would it occur to me to be like, you're going through it. How can I make this about me? Like all of these YouTubers have the biggest ego of all time, if real. You just want to put it out there for a record, if real. And then it just gets weird from here. And then they confirm that he is once again a professional biter. I also experienced the biting habit, which has already been elaborated on by Shelby. After a while, I noticed that it was always me putting the effort in a relationship, so I decided to one day not to be the one to message first, just to see what would happen, and he never spoke to me again. Jesus. Oh my God. Okay, so he's just like a shitty person. Like it's one thing to just like stop replying to someone who's not even your girlfriend. But I mean, if it's your own girlfriend and you've been dating for a minute and you just stop responding, that's pretty fucked up, dude. But once again, we have to wait for his response. Or is he going to be like, out of respect for analysts, I'm not going to respond to everyone or anything. So I don't know. Cope? Nah, that is absolutely crazy. I can't imagine. I can't imagine how fucking sad this must feel and how bad I would feel if I'm just like, if the person that I'm dating never responds. Like, it's one thing to just not respond to people that you're talking to, but it's a whole different thing to be like, oh, my girlfriend? I don't know. She didn't message me first, so I don't know what's up with her, but, I don't know. Yeah, that is wild. And she continues, skipping ahead to 2021, we had spoken briefly over Instagram DMs about the relationship and meeting up for closure and how things went in 2019. So now it's been 2 years since they talked because Wilbur doesn't respond to his own girlfriend. I gave him a second chance and met up hoping to get some answers. We walked through densely populated areas of town where we got stopped multiple times by his fans. In hindsight, this felt very intentional. Almost as if it was to flaunt his influence I could see why you would interpret it that way. I personally, now you got me thinking. It's like knowing Wilbur and knowing the past allegations and now we get these new allegations. It's like, would it really be, that out of the question if you actually did this? I was about to say, well, no, maybe you're tripping, maybe you're reaching, but now you got me thinking. I would not be surprised if this was the case. We went to the bar to talk, and then he proceeded to get me very drunk. Oh, shit. We're about to get crazy over here. He got us an Uber back to his house, and I ended up blacking out on his bed due to the alcohol. But the last thing I remember was him non-consensually removing my clothes. The next morning, he proceeded to tell me that I must be a lesbian because I wasn't interested in him. No, don't tell me he's one of these nice guys who is like, oh, you don't find me hot? You don't think I'm the sexiest person ever? You must be gay. You must be a lesbian if you don't find me hot. Nah, those people are... Oh my God, that's crazy. Jesus, like the whole getting the girl drunk and then... Well, it does say he proceeded to get me very drunk. So, if that's real and, he removed her clothes, that's Brother is cooked if that turns out to be real. I don't know what else to say. This dude needs to respond. He needs to address everything because at this point, is another story going to drop in the next few weeks? Like, once again, I want everyone to keep this in mind. These are just allegations for now. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, you got to give the other person the chance to respond. You just can't go one side only and just believe that. You know what I mean? You got to hear both stories. And that's not to discredit her or anyone, but it's just a general rule that, you wait for both sides. But if Wilbur doesn't respond, it's like, should we wait or do we just by default, is this, what really happened if you don't even care to respond? I've said this the last time I talked about Wilbur. It's like, if allegations ever came out against me and I know they're false or they're faking DMs or, they're just lying or stretching the truth for whatever reason, it's like, you bet I'm going to respond as soon as I can. Like, I'm not waiting for the public to start calling me a PDF file and ADP 2.0 or, I'm addressing everything head on as soon as I can to clear my name and be like, no, I never texted a 12-year-old. I promise I didn't go over for tacos and cupcakes. But, if you care just a little bit about your name, your brand, or your reputation, you will respond. You will not just be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not going to respond. I could, and I could show proof, but I won't. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Why would you go about it this way? Who's your manager? You need to fire him. And then she says, these past years have been extremely difficult to navigate. Because of this, I couldn't go online without seeing him everywhere and being adored as this soft boy who respects women and mental health. Yeah, it's always those people it's the people that are always preaching that are the fucking worst. Shelby was right. Staying quiet wasn't bringing me any peace, and it was only keeping his. We don't have any text messages, I believe. No further proof. I mean, everyone's been like, I'm sorry, I stand with you. And I'm not saying don't believe her, but, hopefully Wilbur responds. If not, this is just going to be automatically, the story and the truth. Wilbur is absolutely cooked. Like, brother is finished. I don't know who told him to go down this route, but it's absolutely the worst way to go about it. And I will not get tired of saying that. It's the worst thing you could have done. And then I've seen a lot of people call her out for this. Waking up to so much support, it's overwhelming. And here's my YouTube channel. So that's something that I saw some backlash on. And I could see why. I don't know if that was her intention. I'm not trying to discredit her or be mean, but I don't know. It looks kind of weird, to be like, here's my awful situation with Wilbur and he's a monster and he did horrible things. And I'm like, once again, not to discredit that, but it does look a little weird to be like, oh, thank you for the love and support. Here's my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Here's my Patreon too. Like, honestly, it's not the best look. It looks a bit weird. Once again, not to discredit her or be like, you're capping, you're a liar, because, I'm not saying that. But it's like, it doesn't really make you look good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. Like, just imagine if someone posted something like this and then they're like, yeah, make sure you check out my channel and subscribe with notifications on and watch my videos. But that's just how I feel. And it seems like I'm not the only one who feels like this. It says nobody clicking that. And this person says no fucking way you're making bank off this. And some people are showing support, but it's like, I don't know. Why would you promote your channel after such a traumatic post? I don't know, not just me. I just think it looks a bit sus, and because you gotta see it from other people's perspective. It's like, did she just do this for clout to promote her channel? I'm not saying that's the case, okay, but it makes it seem that way. But regardless of that, Will has to respond at this point, and I know that I sound like a broken record, but it's the truth. He needs to explain and show his side of the story. If he cares about saving his music career and his YouTube career and just his life overall, he would make an appropriate response. But with that said, what do you guys think of the situation? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I don't know. New day, new Wilbur allegation. I guess I'll see you guys next week when something else drops. Brother is cooked. I don't even know. Oh my God. Yeah, he's fucked. He's fucked. He needs to respond. All right. Peace out.